entertain a motion when we get to that to postpone both.
Yep.
Okay. Don't think we have an attorney, but we're going to get started anyway. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the March 17, 2026 regular scheduled Planning, Economic Development, Housing Virtual Committee meeting. The committee meeting can be viewed on HPA-TV, Comcast, and Frontier Government Channel 96 and 6032. The meeting will also be streamed on HPA-TV.org, HPA-TV Facebook page, Roku TV, Apple TV, and Amazon TV apps. The virtual committee meeting will also be rebroadcast and made available on the HPA-TV YouTube channel. Let me introduce the committee members. We have co-chair Councilman John Gale, Councilor Marilyn Rossetti. I am Shirley Surgeon, the other co-chair. And we also have Julian Frond, which is our Management and Budget Director. And I think that's it we have seen so far. If anybody else joined the meeting, I will introduce them. There are three items on the agenda. Items 2.1 has been on the agenda from April 28th. I believe it's still not ready to be heard. And items 2.2 has been on the agenda since November 24th, 2025, and it's still not ready. The ordinance is not ready for the committee approval. I will entertain a motion to postpone 2.1 and 2.2.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I make a motion to postpone 2.1 and 2.2 to the next agenda of this committee.
I second it.
Thank you. Motion's been made and properly second to postpone items 2.1, 2.2. Any discussion? Seeing or hearing no discussion. Those in agreement to postponing items 2.1 and 2.2, the next committee meeting. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any abstention? Any opposition? Seeing or hearing none, both items 2.1 and 2.2 will be presented to the next council meeting. The following item on the agenda would be items 2.3. It's a resolution from Mayor Arulampalam to seek a formal approval for amendments to a previously authorized application submitted by Sound One Center, Inc. It was items 3.6 on the February 23rd, 2026 council meeting. Do we have anyone to discuss items 2.3? Now, esteemed chair of the Management and Budget Department, and we've also been joined by our esteemed attorney for the committee, Attorney Valasso. You are on, Julian, if you want to talk about that item.
Thank you and good afternoon, members of the committee and council. This is an administrative item related to the Neighborhood Assistance Act. And you'll probably recall annually you approve a list of projects and nonprofits participating in the Neighborhood Assistance Act. That is a program, it's a state program that allows businesses to get a tax credit for making charitable donations to certain nonprofits that are authorized by the local municipality in any given year. And so what this enables the nonprofits to do is to fundraise on their own to businesses for approved projects that are eligible projects under the guidelines of the program. And the city's role in this, or the municipality's role, is really to administer the application process, verify the eligibility of the organizations that apply, verify the eligibility of the projects. And so typically in the spring, you get a list of organizations and projects that are submitted to be part of the program for the ensuing year. And then periodically, an organization may request that a project be amended in some form or fashion. And so that's what the case is here. San Juan Center had a project approved to do some energy efficiency upgrades at a project they were managing as part of the Arrowhead redevelopment. They have requested to amend that project scope to do energy efficiency measures at the location where their offices are. The building is mixed use. I believe there's three office spaces and then 10 or so rental units in the building. And they are seeking to revise the project scope to do energy efficiency upgrades at that facility. And if that is something the council is amenable to, then we would submit the revised project to the Department of Revenue Services, and they would fundraise for that project.
Any questions for Julian? Yep, Councilman Gale.
Yeah, just to confirm my understanding, this particular allocation doesn't cost the city of Hartford any. Changing the amount, because various organizations are assigned a certain amount of a tax credit that they're eligible for under this. We're not
Correct.
changing the amount that San Juan Center was eligible for. Is that also correct?
That's correct.
Okay, I have no other questions, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilman Gale. Any other questions? I have a question, Julian. When is the deadline for this change to go in? Is it this fiscal year or is it for the next fiscal year?
Now that I don't know that there's a deadline. I think it would just it would affect the organization's timeline for completing the project, I believe, and then for projects over a certain dollar amount, they have a timeline for completing an audit that they then have to submit to the state. But I don't believe there's a fixed deadline for you to act within.
Okay, and just following up on Councilman Gale's question, the amount hasn't changed. We did approve. What did we approve when we approved the NAA for them?
The dollar amount was 150,000, and that is the maximum that an organization can apply for.
And who manages this for? Is it your department that manages this, Julian? For some reason, I thought it was a grants department. I don't know why.
It used to be, and then there was a transition period where a change in staffing and just workload considerations. We began doing it in the budget office, but it's really more of an administrative process of, we make the announcement that the application period is open. We take in the applications, verify that they're complete, that the organizations are in fact nonprofit, verify that the projects that they want to raise funds are within the eligible scope of activities for the program, and then we submit that to you for your review and approval, and then we submit it to the Department of Revenue Services. So it's really more of a liaison activity. It's not a terribly heavy lift. But it was, at the time we picked it up because of just workload considerations between this office and the grants office.
I know, I think I missed that one because it comes in around the same time we do CDBG.
It does, and it's right. So we like to do everything at the same time. We like to do the budget, CDBG, and neighborhood assistance all in a compressed time frame. So we all get to spend.
Exactly. So I kind of missed that one. I thought it was the grants department. So I apologize for the short notice to you.
No trouble at all.
So I thought the grants was still managing it. That is all the questions I have. I will entertain a motion on what do we want to do with this items 2.3.
Move to send it back to council with a favorable recommendation.
Second.
Motion's been made and properly second to send this items 2.3 back to the overall council in a favorable recommendation for approval. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Um, any just opposition, what can I say? Any opposition, any abstention? Seeing or hearing none, the ayes have it. The item will be favorably sent back to the overall council for approval to change the location for the NAA application for San Juan Center.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Seeing as we don't have any other items on the agenda. We're pretty much short council meeting, but we're gonna get ready for the budget process to start. So I won't keep you, Julian, or Mr. Walker, because I know it's gonna be a long next couple of weeks. So
Thank you.
seeing or hearing no objection, no more items on the agenda. I will say that the meeting is now adjourned.
That was good. Take care.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend.